It's Wednesday, April 9th, 6:52 a.m. Due to insomnia, I'm awake, which is unfortunate because I'd rather be asleep. Saw a small bit of litter, so I cleaned it up, and we got a good old-fashioned Noxalone kit here. From the Unique Medical Supply Company in Richmond, BC, where I grew up. Yes, I admit, when I was in Richmond, BC, I did some drugs. Marijuana, magic mushrooms, LSD, cocaine, even crack cocaine. And I quit all that stuff more than 24 years ago because a lot of junkies are pieces of shit. Not that someone can't be. Just got splashed by a passing car. Yep, here we got the Noxalone kit. And right over there you can see the homeless guy's tent on the property that's been closed for 2017. I've met the owner of the property a couple times. Seems like a decent dude. Some people have told me that the city's, for whatever reason, the town is messing with them. I don't know the story on that. Anyways, on the day that tent went up, like 2 days ago, the same night, there was some minor vandalism to my RV. So I wonder what that's connected. A junkie for some reason messing with my RV. Hey, that guy who says I shouldn't sell drugs, mess with his RV and I'll give you some free hand. There is a Hells Angels presence in this town. The Swiss Chalet Motel, the handyman is openly a supporter of the HA people. Deli, they tell you not to rat out on HA. The vape shop there by the Subway restaurant. The guy talks about that he's HA. Also tells lies about people in the community. At the 7-Eleven Centrix gas station, I've heard employees there lie and tell people I'm in the East Van gang. I'm not a gang member. I don't want a problem with any gang, but the reality is it is what it is. I was in the Chilliwack parking lot for the Chilliwack Cultural Center after a music event. Good show, and a couple HA guys were yelling, HA, HA. And a couple East Van guys were going, East Van, East Van, East Van. And the HAs went the other way. That Julie Piaccia is a black-haired woman. She has mama tattooed on her fist. She somehow won a prize of a new car with insurance right after she vandalized my vehicle. Get the connection here? And the vehicle's insured by HUD Insurance in Hope, BC. 3 times I've been to their office. Twice staff members were talking about the Hells Angels. I had a problem with someone in the HA organization, and they were able through the HUD agency to get me my money back, which I have to admit, Hells Angels Brain Trust, I am very impressed by that. You could have just had someone walk up to you on the street and throw me the money. Glad no one got killed over that. I was at the Sawdust Library. Julie Piaccia walked up to my vehicle and smashed the mirror. She was there with 2 children. The child was in the library screaming its head off that you could hear right across the library. There were various computers open. She deliberately chose the one next to mine. Here you see the minor event damage to my RV. Someone yanked on the back fender. The fender's not metal, it's plastic, I guess, to help mileage. I hope we have an election coming up April 28th, and I hope that we have a change in Ottawa with a conservative government. They've made many statements, such as putting serious fentanyl dealers in prison for life, which I can get with. I hope they ban groups like the Hells Angels, which do things like bomb apartment buildings in Montreal, killing 3, injuring 17. Did I mention at the Hope Postal Outlet, one of the women there is openly HA? So April 28th, vote Conservative. Oh, oddly enough, I found an envelope. It was written Julia Piacetta. And it was in the parking lot of the Catholic Church here in town. I brain cramped. It looks like it had fallen on the ground and been run over by a car a few times, so I put it on the back door of the church, thinking she might be a parishioner there. There's all sorts of Catholic in the Hells Angels. The DePaulo boys were raised Catholic in good old East in Vancouver. Mr. DePaulo, after many years in the club, including being a club president, is out with the club. Daryl Grant McCaskill, using the posting handle Ace Ventura, posted all sorts of stuff saying all sorts of horrible things about Mr. DePaulo. Here's the weird thing though. He said he was getting kicked out of the club, and he was correct. People like Kim Boland, the crime reporter, didn't mention that, and I knew some HA people, they didn't mention that, but he actually was once right about something. He said it was 99% of lies. Mr. Daryl Grant McCaskill recently made the news, losing yet another court case and getting thrown in jail for 15 days. He makes all sorts of lies about me on the Van General News group of Google Groups. And just like a certain man deported from the United States posts phony address for me. The Surrey man, total drunko, says I live on Benson Road in Nanaimo. That's total crap. I've never lived in Nanaimo in my life. He said everyone in town knew about me and my crimes. That's BS. I've got people I went to high school with, 3 of them, that live in Nanaimo. They didn't hear any of this nonsense, and they got relatives there. He said he went to the Nanaimo police. Well, the Nanaimo police never contacted me, you lying drunken idiot. Various people have told me they're going to take a baseball bat to the guy and his daughter, and I sure hope they do. First beer's on me, buddy. Well, it's another day in hope, and I want to get my walking in while I got some energy. Remember, April 28th, vote Conservative.